Good day. Okay, so I don't normally do how-to videos because I'm just too busy to do them, and I don't really care who knows how to do them. So, but anyway, so this time I just gotta share this because I'm so freaking smart. And I tell you what, Mr. Rogers made me smart. I was asking a question earlier. How? It's the back of there's the front. The face of the guitar so far, nice and shiny. The back, though, I was asking a question because you can see there's some splintering and stuff going on around where the holes are, and I have to drill holes all down here. I have to drill holes here and all down here so I can screw it to the back of the guitar. Well, I was asking questions, what to use, so when I drill those, the wood doesn't splinter because it's cheap. Honestly, it's cheap wood. It's off of a bifold door. I laminated it all together, made a piece of, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch plywood out of it, I guess. And it's solid, and it should cause the echo effect I need. But the face of the guitar is the most important, the inside part, because that's what's going to cause the echo. It doesn't matter what the back of it's made of, if the face is not right, it won't work right. So, I was asking, and one of my buddies suggested 2-ply poly, or 2 parts poly. You know what I mean. I did a little just a minute ago, so. But anyways, so I was thinking, well, I have a lot, and I don't want to spend that much more money, because right now I'm already looking to have to make $300 off this in order to recoup my money and get a profit that I want. So I was thinking, what can I do? Now we're back to Mr. Rogers. I remember watching Mr. Rogers as a kid. He cooked up this stuff as a glaze. He made a glaze. He got some little school glue, a little bit of water. It was a 50-50 mix. I remember that because it was educational. And anyways, he just glazed over, and he was doing a poster or something, make it look shiny, and then he'd like spill water on it. Oh, look, I can dry it all up, you know, because he's kind of baggy like that. But really, Mr. Rogers is a badass in reality. Look it up. Anyways, I was thinking, what can I do? And I was like, I know. I have, where is it? Yeah, I'm not naked, by the way, I'm just topless. I got Gorilla Glue. And, it's waterproof once it comes to a dry. It's water-based glue, but once it dries, it's waterproof. And I tested it on other things. I put it in. I said, no way. I tried and put in water, so it's good. So what I did, I was like, Mr. Rogers, Gorilla Glue. So what I did, I went ahead and I mixed up half and half Gorilla Glue and water. See, it's liquidy. And I'll tell you why. I think this is going to work better than anything I had put. And I got a pair of old Scooby-Doo boxer shorts of the blowout of 95. I'm going to use that as my brush. And let's see, I got these little angle iron here, so you can see. That way there's very little surface touch, and then it's nothing, and then I can buff out whatever I need to buff out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to dip it in the glue, and I'm going to whitewash it. And then my thinking behind that is, one, it's liquid, it's runny, almost twice as thick as water. It will go into any little crack. It will go into any little splinters that are already there. It'll seal it all up, and then it will harden. And then I can give it a little light sanding. I got some 320 sandpaper. I'll give a light sanding. And then when I go to attach it to the back of it, after I drill the holes and I go to screw it down, over time, that glue's going to, with the moisture and the air and stuff, it's going to re-liquefy a little bit, and it will cause the face to stick even tighter to the back of it. I won't have to worry about glue overrun or anything like that. But it'll also be light enough glue that if sometimes someone needs to take the face off to fix someone, they should be able to just pry it up. Not too bad. It should be able to like pop right up. And so I'm gonna pause this video for a second, and I'm gonna whitewash it, and then I'll come back and let you see how it looks. Okay, I'm back. I finished it all off. Let's see if you can see this. It's all you can see like where it's darker, so that's where the holes were before. But I went over it, gave it just a quick little blow dry too to help it set quickly, like evaporate a little bit of water. But I can already see, like down in this area here, it's already drying up. Same with over here. So with the fan and the heat and everything, it's evaporated. I'll let it sit there overnight and probably give it 12 hours, maybe 24 before I sand it. And then if I need to, after I sand it, I'll hold the light up to it and I should be able to see any imperfections in it, where I can just go another little quick coat. And I believe that should do the trick, because that Gorilla Glue bonds really well, and it should, like I say, being it's liquid and I saturate it right in there, it should soak right down into all the cracks and kind of seal it inside out. So and it's not that heavy, so once I give it a sanding, it'll be nice, and it'll be, I don't know, probably look like wood, but give it a sanding, and then I should be safe to start drilling some holes. The other side, I'll give it another touch up. I have to give it a light sanding tomorrow, another couple coats of poly rub, and then it will be ready to add all the hardware. And the last thing I'll have to do is drill some holes for the bridge, which makes me really nervous, because that's the part I'm leaving last, because, well, say I got one frickin' eye, and I only have one chance for every hole. So I gotta make sure I'm smack dab on, and I'm gonna have to drop some patterns and stuff in my holes in just the right spots, and so it might still be a while until I get the whole thing together, but once I get the hardware on, and I can start attaching the neck, I got everything. There's not the prettiest, it's an old 2x4 I routed out, and I had to add a little spacer to it, and have these in here for supports, but also sound echo. And it's hollow underneath. This is where the bridge is attached to, solid maple, off of a table. This here was that was a second thought. I didn't really need that afterwards, and I needed space, so I just routed it out and left it there because it didn't really matter. And this here, it's all hollow underneath too, so the echo should travel through. It won't be super loud, but it's electric, but it's hollow electric. So see, there's the back of it, all done up. And last is I got the neck right here. It's off of my suitcase Stratocaster, now renamed the Reaper. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these yet. I was thinking about buying some stickers or something, to see if I can get some crosses or something like that, but I'm not sure. I might just leave it the way it is. Okay, well, that was my, I guess, how-to and what I'm doing video all rolled into one. I hope you liked it. I may never do another one. I might. I don't know. Who really cares? Okay, good night, folks.